So, hello everyone. We have Jaison Thomas with us, who is a co-founder of Bluesteak Media. Bluesteak Media is basically a digital marketing agency, and Jaison Thomas is a digital marketing consultant who has been running this particular agency for almost 5 years as of now. Before this particular agency, he also co-founded a Dude app, and he had worked on that particular startup for almost 4 years. So, and apart from all of this, Jaison has also done an AI powered marketing course or degree. What is it exactly, Jaison, by the way?
It's a course,
Yeah,
6 month course.
yeah, yeah. A 6 month course by from IIM. So first of all, I really appreciate you doing this with me, and I have 6 to 7 questions lined up for you that will definitely bring a lot of value to the audiences who are listening to this particular podcast. So okay, so first of all, like before getting started, I just wanted to ask, like, how are you exactly? Because like a life of a founder is always usually like people asking them to do something and something. So let me just ask you, like, are you fine? By the way, you are on mute, I feel. Wait a minute. Mm,
Hello.
yeah,
It's
I can
fine
hear
now.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And yeah, thank you, Saram, for that question. I would be.
Mm-hmm.
It is a different question to start with, right? Usually,
Yep.
podcast and all the interview starts with
Mm-hmm.
directly going to the business
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always up and down, right? Even
Right.
if you're an entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like you feel you're on top of the world. Sometimes you feel that everything is going down, right?
Right.
So my mantra is that, hey, time fixes everything, right? If you're doing your best, or if you're on top of your form, there
Mm-hmm.
is a downhill. Definitely there is a downhill. If you're it's just like a stock market, right? If you're
Right.
on your all-time high, definitely it's going to go down somewhere. So
Mm-hmm.
don't be overconfident or over
Right.
enthusiastic or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're at your all-time low, definitely it's a good time to invest, or
Hmm.
it's definitely going to go up, right? So
Right.
that's how I think about it, right? When I get a new client, when everything is going smooth, I feel that,
Hmm.
okay, this is really good, but let me not go overboard, or let me
Hmm.
not ruin everything.
Right.
There could be bad times coming, right? Just like that,
Right.
if it's a bad time, I feel that, okay, this is just a time period that I do not have influence in, right? Like a lot of things, like I have a very small influence in whatever that I can change in the world, or everything that is happening to me, right? It's not in my
Hmm.
hand. And I
Hmm.
feel that, it will fix it, time will fix it, right? So
Hmm. Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
right now
Awesome.
I think I'm kind of doing good because I just landed a new client.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, like, first of all, how did you get started with Bluesteak Media Agency in the first place? Like, was it something that you were thinking for a long time, or was it something that just came like suddenly to you and you just started working towards it?
Yeah, I'll call it as an accidental venture. Right.
Hmm.
I have to cover up a small story to get to that space, right? Because, like,
Got it.
during 2013, 2014, me and my brother started a meme page called Dude, which went on to get about 4.4 million followers, right? Because we really
Awesome.
loved memes, we enjoyed memes. So we started
Hmm.
creating our own meme, and it became like one of the biggest meme pages in India. At that time, we did like 2015, pre-Geo era, right? So
Hmm.
4.4 million during pre-Geo era in India is like huge,
Hmm.
right? And then after a while, I think 2018, our page got banned from Facebook due to some policy violations that we
Okay.
weren't aware about. And also at that time we had launched Dude app, the one that you
Hmm.
mentioned, right, as an
Hmm.
extension to our Facebook page. It's just like another social media, but for memes, right? So it also started getting some sort of traction. I think
Hmm.
about 50,000 downloads in the first month itself. But
Hmm.
also due to some technical issues, we couldn't handle the app. Like it was crashing a lot, and I was
Hmm.
just doing my first year in BTech at that time. So we were making a lot of mistakes, and at
Mm-hmm.
that year our page and also our app went down, right? So we were making a lot of money from our page, like about 3 lakh 2 lakh rupees per month from our page.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the day we invested everything to build that app, but that app didn't, the technical side of the app didn't work out, right? So we couldn't fix it. We tried a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so everything was lost at that time. And then we thought that okay, we have hands-on experience on social media marketing, digital marketing, everything. And there was this friend of ours who was actually studying digital marketing in Singapore. She came back to Kerala, and she then contacted us and gave us the idea, saying that, hey, why don't we do a workshop to teach entrepreneurs and students the possibilities of digital marketing, right? Back in
Mm-hmm.
2018, people didn't understand the power of digital marketing, right? So then we
Right.
started a workshop called Swipe Up at that point
Mm-hmm.
of time, and about 100 people joined, and we got also 3 sponsors for the event, right? And just right after that workshop, one among the sponsors of that workshop, right, contacted us, and they said that, hey, we are actually looking for someone to handle um, their social medias. Basically, that was a really big company in Kerala, so they were one
Mm-hmm.
of the sponsors of the event. And after the event, they called us and asked us whether we would be interested in handling their accounts. So that's when we realized that okay, this is a business model. This is a good viable business model. Since we didn't have any revenue at that point of time, we thought that okay, let's do it. Like, let's take a retainer fee from them and let's handle their Facebook page and digital marketing activities. That's how we pivoted from an app or a meme page to an agency. So when we started the
Okay.
agency, we were like me and my brother and one more person, 3 people. And maybe after, like, now it's 4 years, right now we are about 50 members, 50.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like from all the different fields of digital marketing, like design, paid ads, SEO,
Mm-hmm.
content writing,
Right.
everything, right? So, and we have worked
Got
with
it.
about 100 plus clients across 11 countries,
Mm-hmm.
including clients like Dunkin' Donuts, Coincidence, Kuber, Dormakaba, Manappuram Finance, Viacom
Mm-hmm.
18, etc. Right? So we have been
Mm-hmm.
able to work with all these big shots also. Right?
Got it. Got it. Awesome. Awesome. Loved your story, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, such entrepreneurship stories actually has a positive impact and a negative impact to it as well, actually. Because looking at such entrepreneurs, people think that entrepreneurship is easy and anyone can do it, actually, if they wish to. And they think of this fancy life that, you can work on your own time, you have the control over it. And that's a fact, actually. You have the control over it. But it's not like if you don't want to work today and you just shut down the laptop and you just do whatever you want to do. It's not like that, because there are lots of things, like you have to manage your employees, you have to make sure that the client deliverables is perfectly well, and there might be certain client calls as well. So all of this, in between all of this chaos, like there are lots of things going on. And the thing is, for an entrepreneur, I think that he needs to be a driven person and not a 9 to 5 person, right?
Mhm.
So that's a completely different mindset. So do you think that entrepreneurship is made for anyone, or do you think that it's just for a person who is like quite experienced? Like, do you think that a person needs an experience to do a startup, or he can just think and start?
uh, uh, you can, like anyone, I think. If you are ambitious enough, if you have just ambition, right, you can do startup. If you do not have ambition, you cannot be an entrepreneur, right? That's it. Like, there is this false perspective that entrepreneurs have to be outgoing, have to be, extroverts,
Hmm.
have to be like super energetic, stuff like that. I'm not an extrovert, right?
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
not that energetic also, right? uh,
Hmm.
uh, you just need to have that ambition and that drive day in and day out, right? So
Hmm.
the difference between entrepreneurship and regular 9 to 5 is that if you get a leave, or if you if your manager falls ill and you get a day off, right? On a 9 to 5, you feel happy, right? You'll say that, yes, I got a day off. But if
Yeah.
you're an entrepreneur, if you get a day off, or if you are unable to work for a day, you feel sad. I feel sad, right?
Right.
If I miss a day for no reason, or for some independent reason or something like that, I feel that, okay, I had to do all this stuff. I had these kind of ideas in my mind. I couldn't
Right.
execute that on that day.
Right.
That day is lost. That day is lost. A day is really important. An hour is really important towards my dream, right? So one day is gone. That means I'm just behind the race, right? So, and also it's because the reason is that you own, like you yourself created the goal, not your manager, right?
Right.
That's one thing. Second thing is that since it's your goal, you created you know the project outline or the entire idea, so you own the
Right.
idea, right?
Right.
And you have the freedom to maybe pivot in between, right? You don't have to, like, if you feel that, okay, this was a bad idea, I can pivot. But if
Right.
you're working under someone, if they don't understand that it's a bad
Yeah.
idea, you have to work under it, right? And the
Right.
fourth one is that the dopamine that you get when you, like,
True.
out of the 10 stuff that you do, maybe 8 of them could be failures, but 2 wins, right? Small wins. The
Yeah.
dopamine
Yeah.
is crazy, right?
True.
That keeps you going.
Right. 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 Awesome. Awesome. And the thing is, like when it comes to a job, everyone knows that these are the list of things that you need to do. Okay. But the thing is, like, I don't think that any founder talks about the kind of work they go through the entire day, which makes like the negative impact that I told you before, like the entrepreneurship is a fancy world or something like that, which makes that kind of an impression actually. So help me understand, like, what does your entire day looks like, and yeah, what's the most difficult thing that you find as a founder?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are 2 stages of entrepreneurship, right? One, when you have zero team, when you don't have money, when you're just starting up, maybe you're less than a year old, your firm is less than a year or a 2 year old, right? That's when you do everything, right? When we were like in our first and second year in terms of running the agency, we were going to the clients and pitching, and we were creating the proposals, we were landing the clients, we were uh, talking with the clients in terms of project level communication. We were even creating the campaigns for the client. We were posting it. We were trying to hire people, right? Everything came under me and my brother, right? There was no split. Then eventually, when we become a team of about 15 plus, right? We understood that it's time to divide. There are 3 co-founders in our agency. We decided that, okay, it won't work, right? If I'm just committing my entire day for a client work, my agency won't grow. So everyone should have their own job responsibilities, even though you are a co-founder. So that's a mistake that I see some entrepreneurs are making. They say that they see all these hustle videos, right? All over YouTube, it's hustle. Like, you have to hustle your way. You have to work 16, 18 hours. So that thing is in their mind, and they think that no, I shouldn't delegate, or I shouldn't resort just one area. They believe that they have to do everything and they are the best at it. They believe that
Right.
there is no one else to do it, right? So delegation is a big challenge. You have to delegate, because right now I just work. I'm not looking into projects. I'm not into hiring people. I have a really clear-cut job responsibility in my agency. That is sales and marketing. I find new possible leads. I talk with them. I land the client. I create the contract, and I give it to the delivery team. That is head, led by my brother or my co-founder, other co-founder, right? And there is another co-founder who is looking into finance and HR,
Got
right?
it.
So it's like one guy looks into finance, HR, one guy looks into operations like delivery, and me looking into sales and marketing, right? This is a perfect system. right?
Mm-hmm.
I need,
Mm-hmm.
if I was just looking into, I was trying to balance both myself.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get into client calls, like pitch calls that is about 1 hour or 2 hour long.
Mm-hmm.
And if the delivery is dependent on me, everything will be stuck there, right? I cannot travel to, maybe if I need to travel to Kolkata to meet a client, I'll take 2 days to meet the client. If everything is dependent on me, everything will be stuck there, right? So
Right.
you have to, like, when you're starting up, hustle, right? if, Take everything yourself, learn it,
Hmm.
and when you have the money, suddenly start delegating it to people and give them clear cut roles.
Hmm. Got it.
And
Got
also
it.
another thing is that if I'm doing everything, or if there is no job roles among your co-founders, how can you
Hmm.
measure it, right? If sales are
Right.
not coming up, my other co-founders can question me. If
Hmm.
hirings are bad, I can question that guy. If it's not
Right.
clearly distributed, who takes the
Hmm.
blame? Who takes the accountability?
Right, right, right. And like you just mentioned the word accountability actually. So when it comes to, having a ownership of the company, there is always someone like some employee, let's say some employee messed up with in a client meeting or something like that. Okay. So like how does that work out with you? Uh like because you have to take it on yourself since you own the entire company, even though it's his fault. So, how do you tackle that thing?
That is the hardest stuff, right? First thing is that you get on a call with the guy like who messed it up, right? And understand both the entire POV, the perspective, right? What exactly happened? What caused the issue, right? It could be something that could be out of his hand,
Hmm.
right? If it's something like that, I'll note it down, and then let the client know that, okay, this was the issue. This is not done by me. This is done by my operations or delivery head, the other co-founder.
Hmm.
So he'll say that, hey, this is the exact area where the problem arose. We understand it, and if it's our blame, we acknowledge that. We say that, okay, this is something that we should have been more, you know, focused on. We apologize and we say that we won't repeat it, right?
Hmm.
And just there are two things. Be empathetic to the client also, right?
Right.
Just don't defend a lot.
Hmm.
There are situations when we should defend, when
Of course.
clients become irrational, right? We should defend.
Hmm.
There are people
Hmm.
who say that whatever the client says, let them say. That's not the
Right.
policy, right? If the client is
Hmm.
outrightly, there were instances when the client were just talking a lot of rubbish outside the
Right.
deliverables, right? So then we stop there. We put a full stop there and tell the facts and show the contract and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Otherwise, be empathetic to the client and observe all the criticism and say that,
Hmm.
it's just
Hmm.
a matter of soft skills, right? You say that
Right.
we acknowledge it, we are
Right.
sorry, we'll make it right.
R-
That's it.
Got
And the
it.
guy,
Got it.
if he really messed it up, uh, we will say that, hey, our company's
Hmm.
reputation is on the line. We know
Right.
that it's a stressful job, but
Right.
we'll also
Hmm.
try to
Hmm.
fix that problem what he or she is
Hmm.
making.
Got it, got it, got it. And apart from that, like, this is a problem when you have like 50 employees or something like that. But another issue with starting up a company is when someone is just starting right now, okay? And what happens with that is you don't have enough money as of now. So, and you can't like possibly hire someone. And the thing is, like, even myself, I previously was thinking of hiring a video editor who possibly edits videos for me and things like that. But the thing is, I also think that no, why, like, I can't pay that person enough. So how can I get that person? And apart from that, on the other side, you sort of feel guilty because you feel like you are overusing someone actually,
Mm,
right?
mhm.
So how can a person tackle all of that? Because when you start out, you have to face these things. Like at the initial stage, there is always going to be underpayment towards
Yes,
the
yes,
people.
absolutely.
Yeah. So how do you tackle it?
So there is this always this balance, right? in the market
Mm-hmm.
out there.
Hmm.
There will be always people looking hungry for opportunities, right? Those could be people who are still in their college, right? For
Hmm.
example, the initial client that we took in, right? They just paid very small amount. We did like
Hmm.
it could be about 1/5 or 1/10 of the retail fees that we are asking for
Hmm.
right now, right?
Hmm.
So because we were very hungry at that time, right?
Right.
We were taking all the clients. We wanted to do some work, right? We needed to show the portfolio, right?
Hmm.
Right? We needed to show some work to get other clients, right? For that
Right.
only we are getting. So there is always this hungry people who are at the earlier stage of their career, right? Who could be even in their college. So
Hmm.
even if just one opportunity thing is that you go to like people who are in doing their college, even 2,000
Hmm.
rupees per month is a good money for a college student, and they'll get experience also, right? They can
Hmm.
put that in the resume. So it's a
Hmm.
complete win-win situation, right?
Right.
So you find out these people who are very hungry very early, and
Hmm.
give them a project, and you know
Hmm.
just honestly tell your budget, right?
Right.
uh, uh, and don't ask for their budget, just tell your budget, right?
Got it.
And create a budget for 6 months time. For if
Hmm.
you want to edit your videos, like put
Yeah.
aside 5,000 rupees per month, like create it for
Hmm.
like 30, keep up aside 30,000. Don't touch,
Hmm.
let's think of it as gone money, right? Let
Right.
me do
Right.
it for 6 months time straight, and let's see what
Hmm.
happens,
Hmm.
right?
Got it.
And
Got
but
it.
you also need to think about profit first, right?
Right.
If you have zero ways of getting income, don't
Hmm.
spend that 30,000. It's better spend, like if you know you're acting yourself, you do it
Right.
yourself. Then you
Right.
see that there is a potential of getting money at that.
Hmm.
If someone sponsors your podcast or anything like that, right?
Got it. Got it.
Then you identify that, hey, this is a viable thing. I got paid 10,000 rupees.
Hmm.
Now I can definitely go and pitch to other brands and say that, hey, this brand worked with me. You know that this works, someone actually
Hmm.
paid. Then you
Right.
start hiring people.
Got it. Got it. Got it. And apart from all of this, actually, there is, I think, like, there are always someone who is, as of now, currently hating their jobs, actually. And I mean, the thing is, they hate their job, but they're getting paid a lot of money,
Mhm.
and they want to do this particular thing, which doesn't pay them much, but they like it. So how can they make that transition to like going full time on something that they like? Like, should they go all in and just leave the job completely, or should they, like, be practical and have a job and also do the other thing that they want to do?
It actually depends person to person, but if you're a disciplined guy,
Right.
if you're a very disciplined guy, uh, I would say don't go all in.
Hmm.
Start it as a side hustle. So if
Got
you're
it.
disciplined enough, you can sustain that side hustle for 6 months time. It will eventually grow, and then you
Hmm.
will be able to understand whether it's working or not. But
Right.
for that, you have to be really like putting in the hours, right? Like after 9 to 6 or 9 to 5, then
Hmm.
maybe take 2 hours from like whatever that you're doing, like skip Netflix or
Hmm.
skip maybe scrolling on reels, right? Take that time
Right.
and put
Right.
into whatever that you're doing, and do it for
Hmm.
like 6 months time. Then you will
Hmm.
understand whether you actually like it, and
Hmm.
whether there is a revenue potential, whether there is growth, right?
Hmm.
And if yes,
Hmm.
how much can you make out of it? So
Right.
if I was in that situation, I would do that. Like I started in
Hmm.
titles. Like I don't want to like finish off the
Hmm.
entire
Hmm.
revenue that I was getting right from the job. Or you start planning for quitting your job without doing the side hustle. I
Right.
What I would do is that I would calculate my monthly expenses, including my
Hmm.
some of my wants. I'll
Right.
not like just add up my bills
Of
or
course.
my cable or internet fee or anything.
Hmm.
I'll add up
Hmm.
everything, and I'll also add maybe going out on a week. How much expense would it be for me
Hmm.
to live a good life? Like not extravagant, but fulfilling all my needs and some of my wants, like
Hmm.
going out, traveling, right?
Yeah.
For example, it could be 30,000 rupees per month,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And your salary could be 1 lakh rupees.
Right.
And I would say that, okay, I multiply 30,000 into 6 months. That means six. That
Hmm.
means 1.8 lakh rupees. I'll say that I need to
Got
save
it.
up 1.8 lakh rupees so that I am
Hmm.
in a safe space for the next 6 months, so that I
Got
can
it.
utilize the entire 6 months to get,
Hmm.
start or generating some kind of revenue. I can survive
Right.
6 months, right? Yeah.
Right.
So have
Right.
that, like, buffer. I'll
Hmm.
make that buffer and then quit.
Got it. Got it. Got it. And the last question that I want to ask is, uh, I mean, I don't know, like, how much active you are on LinkedIn as of now, but like, first of all, you have a really good personal brand. For everyone who is listening to this particular podcast, I want to say that this guy is active on LinkedIn. I mean, what I wanted to say is, I don't know how much you consume content on LinkedIn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I have been seeing that have been a lot of controversies going on LinkedIn when it comes to the work-life balance sort of a thing, right? So, what I wanted to ask is, like, since you are a founder, do you think that employees should not have any side hustle, and they should, if they are doing a job, they should just do the job and don't have anything going on for themselves, like a small startup or a freelancing, anything like that?
I In ideal world, I would say no problem. I don't feel
Hmm.
anything, right? But in
Right.
reality, when I see someone in our team doing a side hustle or a product of their own, sometimes in the inside I feel that they are in two boats, right? They
Hmm.
are doing this,
Hmm.
and they are trying to balance. They are putting their legs in two boats.
Got
That's what
it.
I feel, frankly, like,
Right.
saying out
Right.
frankly,
Right.
right?
Right.
But I've seen people doing it successfully, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But then I thought to myself, hey, why stop them from
Hmm.
earning extra
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
everything expected out of them for our company is being delivered,
Right.
right?
Right.
Why stop it? Like, if I stop it, they could be sad, and
Of course.
anyways, I cannot control them. If they want to do
Hmm.
it,
Hmm.
they'll do it.
Of
Otherwise, I
course.
have to go to their home and watch them, right? If they want to do it, they'll do it anyways. I
Of
cannot stop
course.
it.
Right.
So I stopped looking at that, and
Hmm.
I just started looking at the results. Are they producing
Hmm.
what I want?
Right.
If yes, no worries. If no, I'll ask them to, like, maybe put in
Hmm.
all their efforts into that, or get something else, right?
Hmm.
So that's the thing, right?
Right.
You cannot control, especially when you're working from home, you cannot control anything. So
Of course.
just look
Of
at the
course.
results that like, the entire thing has changed after COVID, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
A lot
Hmm.
of people have multiple jobs. Even my
Hmm.
friends have multiple jobs. Like, they
Hmm.
their companies think that they're just working for them, but they actually have two jobs,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
And that is not going to change. The post-COVID, like pre-COVID thing, like,
Hmm.
the work from home, flexible, hybrid, multiple jobs
Hmm.
thing are not going anywhere.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
People will still, because people have experienced that. So I think, I believe that at least 50% of the working population in IT will keep on preferring work from home.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Awesome, awesome. You really gave detailed answers to almost all the questions I asked. I mean, thank you so much for doing this. And by the way, whoever is listening to this or watching this particular podcast, I would like you all to follow this particular person, as he's providing a lot of content on LinkedIn, and like insightful content actually that I guess everyone must read. So that's that. Hope you grow your agency to the next level possible.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
man.
Saram. Wish
Yeah,
you the
yeah,
same.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep, yep.